In this video, we are going to see about the phasor diagram of the practical transformer under no load condition as well as loaded condition. In the previous video, we have drawn the equivalent circuit for the practical transformer by including the core permeability, which is represented by magnetizing reactance Xm. Then the winding resistance is included in both primary side as well as secondary side. Then leakage flux in both primary and secondary side, and finally we included the core loss as some resistance RC. Now we will see how to draw the phasor diagram for this practical transformer. So first we will consider the no load phasor diagram, and then after loading the transformer, what will be the phasor diagram. When there is no load in the secondary, it means that there is no secondary current. When there is no secondary current, the primary current is basically called a no load primary current or no load current I0. So this consists of two components. One is the working component which supplies the core loss, and the magnetizing current IM which produce the flux. This no load current will be very small compared to the full load primary current. So this I0 no load current is having two components, IW and IM. Here the IW will supply the core loss component RC, or it supplies the iron loss, and IM is used to produce the flux in the core, that is called the magnetizing component. Now let us draw the phasor diagram for this no load condition. So flux is taken as the reference because it is a constant. The flux will be lagging the supply voltage by 90 degree. So all these things we have already seen in the previous videos. So V1 is here and flux is lagging by 90 degree, or the magnetizing current will be along the flux. And E1 and E2 will be in antiphase with V1, and the magnitude of these voltages depends upon the turns ratio. Now, the no load current has two components, IW and IM. IM is the magnetizing component, that is, it is an inductance. So this current through Xm will be lagging the voltage by 90 degree. So it is along this line. And this is a resistor. So current will be in phase with this voltage. So IW will be here. The resultant of these two will give you the no load current I0. So this is I0. I0 is given by phasor addition of IW and IM. So here this no load current is lagging the supply voltage by some angle phi naught. Okay, this angle is called hysteresis angle because this current is actually supplying the core loss or the hysteresis loss. So this angle is also called as a hysteresis angle. So IW, I can write it as I0 into cos phi naught, and this IM can be written as I0 into sin phi naught. So I0 is equal to root of IW square plus IM square. Now let us consider the drop across this impedance also, that is R1 plus JXL1 will create some, though it is a very small drop, this V1 and the voltage at this point is not going to be same. So V1 is given by E1 plus I1 into R1 plus JXL1. It means that I1 R1, this drop will be along the I1 line, and this is a X component inductance. So this I into X should be at 90 degree to this I1 R1. So let us include that. Now this is I0. I0 is nothing but I1. So I am taking I1 R1. I will get some magnitude. That magnitude should be in phase with this I1, this I0 line. So let me draw here I1 R1. Then to this 90 degree, at 90 degree you draw the I1 XL1, then join this point to this center point, you will get V1. So V1 is equal to E1. E1 is taken as V1 dash because when E1 comes this side, it will become minus E1 because we need to take antiphase of that. So I1 R1 plus J into I1 XL1 will give you V1. Now we will recall what we have seen in a no load condition. No load current I0 is equal to IW plus IM. That is, two components are there. IW is called the iron loss component, which supplies the iron loss, and it will be in phase with the supply voltage. IM is the magnetizing current, which will produce the flux in the core, and it will be in quadrature with the supply voltage. That is, there will be a 90 degree phase difference. So IW is equal to I0 cos phi naught, IM is equal to I0 sin phi naught. I0 is given by root of IW square plus IM square. No load current lags the supply voltage by a hysteresis angle phi naught, as this angle is called hysteresis angle because the core loss component is responsible for the shift in the angle between the voltage and the current in the primary side. The no load primary current I0 is very small compared to the full load primary current. So the no load input power W0 is given by V1 I0 into cos phi naught. So this is nothing but iron loss component. So we can say that the no load input power is practically equal to the iron loss in the transformer. So no load power factor is cos phi is given by, from this formula you can write W0 divided by V1 I0, or you can write from here IW by I0. Next we will see the phasor diagram of the practical transformer under loaded condition. So here we have to connect the load. So let us connect a load Z2. So when a load is connected, a secondary current will flow. When secondary current flows, a secondary MMF will be produced, which will create a flux which will oppose the mutual flux. So to compensate this demagnetizing effect of the secondary MMF, primary will draw more current. So primary current becomes I0 plus I2 dash. That is extra, it takes some extra current I2 dash to compensate this secondary current I2. So this I2 dash is called the load component, which is used to compensate the secondary current. So the primary current I1 is equal to I0 plus I2 dash. So this I0 has already two components, IW plus IM. And this I2 dash is called the load component, which compensates the secondary current. Okay. But this I2 dash will change with load. So whenever I2 changes, I2 dash has to change to compensate the secondary current. Now we can draw the phasor diagram for three different type of loads, like for resistive load, inductive load, or capacitive load. That's lagging or leading. You can do it. But I have taken the general case as lagging load. And we will draw the phasor diagram for lagging load. So already under no load condition, we have drawn this one. Now we have connected the load. So let us take, this is the secondary voltage V2, and there will be a current I2. It is a lagging load. So I2 should lag the voltage by some angle. So I2 is lagging V2 by some angle phi. So I2 dash will be, I2 dash will be flowing in the primary, and this will be in opposition to the I2. So it will be in antiphase with I2. So you can draw in opposite direction, you will get I2 dash. So what is the primary current? I0 plus I2 dash. So already I0 we have drawn. I2 dash is also there. You add these two. How to add these two? So in this line, you draw a parallel line to I0. And from here, you draw a parallel line to I2 dash. Join that, you will get I1. So this is the primary current which is lagging the supply voltage by some angle phi naught. Again, we have to include the voltage drops. So here E2 is equal to, let's start here. E2 is equal to this voltage V2 plus I2 R2 plus J into XL2. So how to include this one? Your V2 is here. You have to add I2 R2 to this one. So I2 R2 should be parallel to this I2 because it is a resistor. It should be parallel. And from this line, draw a 90-degree line of magnitude I2 into XL2. If you join that two, you will get E2. So this equation we have included in the phasor diagram. Next, V1 is equal to E1 plus I1 R1 plus JXL1. So we have to include I1 R1 first. So V1 dash is here. To this I1, you add a parallel line. So you will get I1 R1. Then at 90 degree, draw I1 XL1. Then join these two. You will get V1. So drawing phasor diagram for a practical transformer is very easy if you understand it. Similarly, you can draw for leading load as well as for resistive load. Let us summarize what we have seen. No load current is given by IW plus IM, that is no load current has two components, an iron loss component which supplies the iron loss and it will be in phase with the supply voltage. IM is the magnetizing component which will produce the flux in the core and it will be 90 degree lagging the supply voltage. So these are the formulas. I0 is the resultant of IW and IM. The no load power is practically equal to the iron loss in the transformer. So under loaded condition, the primary current will be equal to I0 plus I2 dash. I2 dash is the load component which has to compensate the change in the secondary current. So when the transformer is loaded, it transfers the electrical energy from the primary circuit to the secondary circuit. If you like the material, do subscribe to Read Electric Vehicle channel and share it with others. Thank you.